So welcome back to DHamDIY. In the following video, I'm going to be doing a review, or more so a testimonial on the Berkey filtration systems. Now this is a gravity-fed system, and there's plenty of reviews on there, so I'm going to try to stray away from what this does so much as give you a little bit of information on how happy I am to have owned it. Many of you may be aware of the recent happenings in Texas. For those of you listening, a long time from now, early 2021, Texas got some pretty cold weather, and we usually get it about every 10 years, we'll get a big cold spell, but this one, was a little bit more ridiculous. The Department of Energy was having issues with Texas in that, we had real strict. So the Department of Energy had really strenuous regulations on the Texas, electric grid, where we can only produce a certain amount of emissions, we can only produce a certain amount of power. A lot of the green energy sources went out, and we weren't, at least to my understanding, we weren't allowed to produce more fossil fuel energy to meet the demand of the surges in power. So one of those things, right? A lot of people ran out of power, and a lot of people also ran out of water. We luckily didn't run out of power, but we did run out of water for a short period of time, and it made me realize how thankful I am to have this Berkey filtration system. Now, we've owned this Crown Berkey for about a year, and we actually bought originally a travel Berkey, right, real small one. Now, we've owned that one for about 2 years. We actually have that one in the office. And, we use them both, right? If I don't want to walk up here to get water, I'll go and just get water in the office. And, yeah, it's real nice. We do have the fluoride filters, they call them, on there, as well as the regular filters. And I'll go ahead and show you those. Now, I haven't filled it up purposefully so we can show you what's going on here. So this is the top portion. You can see in there's a little bit of water. It's got 2 gravity filters in there. And you fill it up, and it's almost like some sort of composite graphite or carbon material that's porous up to a certain, particulate size. And things like lead, arsenic, all those, over 200 different contaminants will be filtered out, up to like 97 to 99%, right? And then that's just the carbon filters. If you want to also get the fluoride filters, which, are going to cost you a little bit more, right? K5366, 1 year you get out of them. I think, although we've had these for 1 year and they're still doing just fine, so we're not really going to replace them. We also have 2, right? So that makes it a little bit faster for filling it up. Now, you can put, I think, up to 8 on here, which obviously is just a little bit crazy, right? I don't think we're going to be doing that. But, yeah, 2 works just fine for us. And the more you have in there, obviously, the more, the longer you're going to go, because each filter isn't going to be filtering as much. So you're going to get more lifespan out of them like that. That's my assumption as well, is that being that we have 2, maybe we get 2 years or something, right? 1 year for each with normal use. And, how much we use it obviously varies as well. I will say, though, if you're going to go with these, I would probably get the metal spigot. Why, if it's all 304 stainless steel, why would you want to have a plastic piece on it if you don't have to, right? And then also we got a little water gauge, see how full it is in there without having to shake it or anything. It also had a rubber grommet on the bottom, which was really nice, so it wouldn't slide around when it's sitting on like somewhere like this. But I don't know what happened to that. I think we might have cleaned it and forgot to put it on and misplaced it. But yeah, it really made us very happy that we owned this when something bad happened, and it showed you that you really can't rely on the infrastructure to support you when you need it the most, right? And that's everyone's fear, is that, oh, what do I need a water filter for at home? The tap water is just fine. Well, when you need that tap water the most, it's probably not going to be there for you, and that's what happened in North Texas. A lot of homes just didn't have water, or didn't have safe water. The pipes were either freezing, or the municipalities were releasing boil water advisories. And people, there's videos, nasty videos of people having parasites in their water. And if you don't have power, how are you going to how are you going to heat that water? you know. So yeah, very happy we had owned this. We ran out of water for a little bit. I think maybe a couple hours or something, but it was scary. We didn't know how long the water was going to be off. So people were able to drive around and everything, and even the stores. I got some clips here of our local supermarket. You can see just everything was cleaned out. Produce, all the freezer areas you can see. Pretty much everything in the freezer was cleaned out. The milk, eggs, water. You could maybe find some yogurt and cheese, I think, was left. The occasional drink sitting on a shelf. It was pretty bad. And it's not a doomsday apocalypse scenario or anything, but yeah, the roads were iced out and food. So in the event that were to happen on a 2 or 3 week time frame, people would be running out of food, and especially water. Because you can't. I mean, I guess you could go out, of course, and make a campfire and boil your water that way, but why do all that and go through all that trouble when you can have something like this in your home? So, after all this happened, I'm just extremely happy that we had this ready to go. Filters out just about everything. I'm going to put a fact sheet here so you can see just how much stuff this filters out, right? Everything it filters out. So you don't have to worry about, you can debate the science on, different things in your water, or you can just take it all out and not worry about it, right? And that's kind of we'll have people come over. It's pretty funny. They will be like, oh, the water, it doesn't taste like anything. It's like, yeah, well, that's how water is supposed to taste. Not like metal. But yeah, pretty interesting here too on the water filter gauge. We put a little notch right there, and we'll play like a Russian roulette with filling it up, right? If you're using it and it goes below that, you got to dump the tank and fill it up. Usually takes maybe a couple hours to fill up all the way. I never really watch how long it takes, but I don't really notice. Whenever I want water, it's there. After filling it up. So one of those things. And the best part about this as well is, in the event the water runs out, you have like 5 gallons sitting in here waiting, ready to go for anything. And we use it for even like boiling pasta, and maybe like if you want to boil hard-boiled eggs, we just use this water. Tap water obviously for washing dishes and stuff. But yeah, really excited we have this. Even the travel Berkey filter is awesome. We can take that on the go, or have it in the office, or have it as a backup if a family member or neighbor or something wants to use it. Super cool. And yeah, I'm just very proud that I've bought this. You really can't find them anywhere now, unfortunately. I think after the whole coronavirus stuff, they just sold out like wildfire. I guess people were freaking out, But there's also a brand very similar, Alexa Pure. I don't know if any of you have heard of it. It is cheaper, although I can't vouch for the authenticity or quality of it because I don't own it. So that's something to consider if you're going that route. But yeah, owned it for a long time now. I got 2 of them. They work fantastic. We don't have any backup filters on hand. That's something that we probably will invest in the future. But yeah, and it's easy to store as well. I believe you can actually take these off and you flip it upside down and do it like that, and it stacks in itself. A little small if you were to take it somewhere. Same goes with the travel Berkey filter. And yeah, we're all happy about it, right? You never know when bad things are going to happen. And that was something when we had purchased it that we had thought about, right? In the event, the water's not safe or the water's not working, we still want to be able to drink water, right? And a lot of people buy bottled water for that reason. Is they know the water's safe and there's a bit of a quality assurance. Whereas the tap water, every week you're going to be getting something a little bit different. And the consumer confidence reports that the municipalities let out every year, the levels of contaminants are always varying. So it isn't a strict same thing you're getting every day, every week, even every month. It's always different coming out of the tap water. But this same thing every time you go to it. And the best part about the filters is as well, when they're running out and the filters are reaching their point in time where they're no good, it just cuts off water flow. So you're not going to be risking, you know, anything like where you know you're using the water but it's not safe. It just won't filter anymore if the filter's no good, right? If the filter's clogging up and everything not working, it just won't filter. And that brings me to another point. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and show you. These charcoal filters. Now you can't really necessarily wash these fluoride filters, but these charcoal filters, we got a little bit of floaties in there too. But these charcoal filters, in the event they start clogging up, you can actually kind of just rub them with Scotch-Brite or something like that, and kind of knock off some of the clogged pores on the outside surface. And that'll give you a little bit longer life expectancy from those filters. So yeah, you know, they're just extremely popular in the homestead community. I'm sure a lot of you watching either have heard about them or maybe even own one. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you've got one, you know, you enjoy using it. Have you had any problems with it? If any of you are in the Texas area, let me know what happened to you. Were you all right? Did you lose water for extended periods of time or electricity? Let me know. You know, how badly did Big Brother fail you? You know, and hopefully we all realize coming out of this that you just can't trust the government to provide you safety in times of need. You know. So it's a great learning experience for all of us. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.